All right, so we have started the live stream for biology previous year question और हमने सोचा कि अभी चलिए थोड़ा सा टॉपिक वाइज इन क्वेश्चंस को करते हैं इन्हीं प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सीरीज में। तो आज जिस टॉपिक को हमने यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट किया है बहुत बेसिक सा एक टॉपिक है, दैट इज न्यूट्रिशन इन प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स। तो आज के जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे वो इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक से होंगे, न्यूट्रिशन इन प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स। आप लोग कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे बता सकते हैं कि किस टॉपिक पे आप चाहते हैं कि मैं नेक्स्ट जो आपका ट्यूसडे का सेशन होगा वो किस टॉपिक पे हम क्वेश्चंस को प्रैक्टिस करें। ओके, सो लेट मी जस्ट ओपन द chat box once. All right, so the live has started. I can see your chats. All right, good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. Let us begin with the session. Today we are going to discuss the previous year questions from the topic nutrition in plants and animals. All right, so all the questions in our today's session is going to be from nutrition. All right, for the future sessions, like our next session is going to be on next Tuesday. So for that, you can suggest the topic in the comment box from which particular topic you want me to do the previous year questions. All right. Also tomorrow 1 p.m. we have a chemistry previous year questions, and except that the NCERT series is there. So you can join that as well. So let us begin with our first question. You can give the answers in the chat box. All right. So the first question is, glucose is a type of, so what type of sugar is glucose? Glucose is a type of pentose. What does these means? If I say pentose, why is it not writing? Like this I can write. Okay, so if I say pentose, that means 5. Okay, if I say hexose, that means 6. So what is glucose? C6H12O6. Okay, so what is glucose? Is it pentose sugar, hexose sugar, tetrose sugar, or diose sugar? Prabhat, correct answer. It is your hexose sugar, since there are 6 carbon in this one, C6H12O6. So it is a hexose sugar. So B is the correct answer. This exam was asked in SSC CHSL examination. This question was asked. All right. Cellulose is the chief constituent of, very easy question. Cell wall, cell membrane, or plasma membrane, secondary wall of xylem, or body wall of insects. Correct. So cellulose is the chief constituent of cell wall. So A is the correct answer. Okay, this was asked in SSC MTS. In the human body, fats are stored in the epidermis, means the skin layer. So is fat stored in the skin layer? Is it stored in adipose tissues? If it is stored in liver, that means some problem is there, fatty liver problem is there. Or is it stored in epithelium? Absolutely correct answer. So it is in the adipose tissues. Fats are stored in the adipose tissues in case of humans. Mineral constituent of chlorophyll is. So what does chlorophyll contains? Chlorophyll contains in the plants, chlorophyll is there in the chloroplast, and it is the pigment. Okay, so it has to do 2 things. One, it has to absorb the light and convert it into ATP or NADPH. And in the second cycle, the Calvin cycle, what will happen? That will be converted into whatever sugar is required. So what is constituted? Iron, magnesium, calcium, or potassium? Magnesium. Absolutely correct answer. So mineral constituent of chlorophyll is magnesium. This was asked in SSC CPO examination. Which of the following is a micronutrient for plants? So we study micronutrients and we study macronutrients. Micro are those which were required in small proportion and macro are those which were required in larger proportion. Okay. What about nitrogen? So nitrogen is a micronutrient for the plants. Okay. Carbon and oxygen, these are required in higher quantity. Same goes for boron as well. Nitrogen is required in lesser quantity, so it is in the micronutrients. The form of carbohydrates which is synthesized in plant is, in which form this carbohydrate is synthesized in the plants? Is it in the form of starch? Is it in the form of glucose, fructose, or cellulose? This will anyhow not be the answer. So based on these two. It is synthesized in the form of, so carbs is synthesized in the form of glucose. Okay. So the answer here is option number B, that is glucose. The most healthy edible oil for heart is, which is the most healthy edible oil for heart? They once upon a time they were saying that refined oil is healthy for heart because of the entire mixing of the palm oil from Malaysia. Right. Now, is it the butter oil? Is it the olive oil? Is it the rapeseed oil? Or is it the mustard oil? Which is tasty? This is tasty, I think. According to me, I don't understand the taste of this one. But only for salad. But for cooking, I don't understand the taste. It gives a different flavor to the food altogether. So though I tried, I did not understand. But so this is, yes, olive oil. The presence of cobalt in vitamin B12 was established for the first time by which test? Okay. See, rich people, they have great taste maybe, so they will have better understanding. I understand mustard oil. So is it spectroscopy? Is it borax bead test? Or is it sodium test? Or is it hydrolysis test? Whatever you have heard with respect to out of these four options, no, that is the correct answer. Yes, see. So it is your borax bead test. Borax bead test. B is the correct answer. It was asked in CGL 2013. Okay. Next question. Which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? So the common name and what is it? Okay. Is not correctly matched. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Yes, this everybody knows. Vitamin B, pyridoxine. Vitamin E, tocopherol. Okay, tocopherol. Vitamin D, calciferol. Vitamin D is sunshine or what? Oh, that is B1, B2, like that it is there, no? So thiamine is also there and different others are also there, no? So that is why. Vitamin D is it called sunshine? No. Vitamin D is, we get it from sunshine, but what is the name? Calciferol. So I had to take vitamin D supplements. The name of the tablet was also calciferol. Okay. Too much consumption of tea or coffee can result in deficiency of. Too much consumption of tea or coffee. Too much consumption of tea or coffee. Everything is good, no? You can see the slide properly. You can hear my voice properly. Okay. So too much consumption of tea or coffee can result in, can it result in the deficiency of vitamin B13? Let us remove this from the option. Calcium, vitamin C, or albumin? Anybody? It results in the deficiency of calcium. Okay, so it results in the deficiency of calcium. B is the correct answer. What does tea or coffee contains? It contains caffeine. Too much in the evening hour can disrupt sleep. And even the green tea, even that also has some amounts of caffeine. Okay. Next question. Teeth and bones acquire strength and rigidity from fluorine. Too much fluorine can cause fluorosis. It will not get it from chlorine. Who will give strength from chlorine? Sodium or calcium? Easy question. No, they read the question again. Yes, calcium is the correct answer. Teeth and bones acquire strength and rigidity from calcium. Calcium deficiency means there will be problem with the bones. It can lead to various bone problems like osteoporosis, where the bone has, kind of holes but not visible like that, but it becomes weak. And the teeth will also become weak. There can be breakages and gaps in between the teeth. Saprophytes are the organisms which depend for food on. So there are different plants and they have different dependence. Okay. So saprophytes, which organisms are known as saprophytes? Living plants, then they are autotrophs. Living animals, they are say heterotrophs or omnivorous are also there. Dead and decaying material, one who survives in dead and decayed material, correct, are known as saprophytes. Can you give me an example? The example was also asked in exam. Who survive on dead and decaying material? A tiger will die, but it will not eat the dead and decaying material. It will die. And it leaves behind the carcass. The carcasses, the foxes, etc., those will say, no, the fox also hunt fresh. Then there are hyenas, for example, they will feed on the carcasses. And whatever last portion is left after the dead and it starts decaying also, that will be eaten by the, for example, vultures. Okay. Okay. So in animals, we can say, and fungi, some fungi are there who are basically parasitic, but they're asking about the dead and decaying one who will survive. So let us keep it as vulture. And then inorganic chemical components. So C is the correct answer. All right. Next question. This was asked in various examinations. The male Anopheles mosquito, the female Anopheles mosquito, they drink the blood of the human and then they cause the malaria. Okay. They transfer the malaria. They are the carrier from one person to another person. The female Anopheles mosquito feeds on blood of men, blood of culex, nectar of flower, blood of leech. The male is not a bloodsucker. The female needs it for the entire cycle, which we have discussed in the last NCERT class. For cycle for mosquito, cycle for frog, all this we have discussed in the NCERT class. The last one only. That is yesterday's class. You will find it. It is in YouTube in this channel only. Look at the playlist. There you will find the details. It does not feed on blood. The male one is, see how sweet, how cute. The mosquito is also eating nectar of flowers, juices of plant leaves. But all the mosquitoes are, say, blame comes on all the mosquitoes that they are the bloodsuckers, but the male Anopheles mosquito, it is feeding on the nectar of flower and the juices of the plants. Okay, the female one takes the blood of the mammals. A man suffering from diabetes mellitus, okay, drinks water more frequently as he has to eliminate from the blood extra what? You see, if a person will have sugar or if a person will have diabetes, what do we observe? That they will frequently go to the urine. Okay, so it is because they are Excreting extra glucose, extra insulin, glucagon or salt. Glucose, simple. It is because they are eliminating that extra glucose in their blood. So A is the correct answer. Scurvy is caused due to the deficiency of vitamins, and due to deficiency of which vitamin what disease is caused. Okay, and what is the name of that vitamin? I hope you have made a chart like this. If not, then please make it as soon as possible. So scurvy is caused by, very good. In scurvy, C, it is saying that it is caused by vitamin C. Okay, C is there, so it is caused by vitamin C. What is the name of the deficiency disease? It is your scurvy. Make a list like that. What is the vitamin C called as? Ascorbic acid. Okay, make a list like this. So the answer here is vitamin C. Goiter is caused by the deficiency of, once the entire vitamin list is complete, after that other deficiency disease you can write down. So there, goiter is caused by deficiency of iron, iodine, calcium, sodium or chlorine. So for calcium we have already seen weak teeth and bone, remember, osteosporosis, etc. All these things we have seen. And for iodine, when we are writing, we will write down correct, goiter. Iodine deficiency disease chart, we will write down goiter. So A is the correct answer. Okay, goiter is caused by deficiency of iodine. That is why it is more common in the hilly regions. If somebody is living in the coastal areas, in that case you will see they are not suffering from goiter. The seafood also have the capacity to fulfill the requirements and they will not suffer. The deficiency of iodine leads to, so already we have seen that iodine deficiency leads to goiter. The two richest source of edible protein are, what are the two richest source of edible protein? Are they meat and eggs? Are they some algae? Nowadays this sushi, and what sheet is there? Some sheet is there, no? Green color. That is also then algae. Some strips are also available. All these things are also there. And other microorganisms. Soya bean and groundnut, or milk and leafy vegetable. Which is the best one out of this? Now, I know that you will not consider B and D. Out of A and C, which one do you think is more protein rich? Yes, correct. The answer is soya bean and groundnut. Now, rather than those beads of soya bean, no, the actual bean also is edible and that also can be consumed. Okay. So, soya bean and groundnut. Fat soluble vitamins are tocopherol and niacin, calciferol, carotene and tocopherol. Ascorbic acid, you know, is vitamin B. Calciferol is vitamin D. And riboflavin. What is riboflavin? Thiamine, B. And then carotene, again in vitamin A. And then biotin, B sources. Okay. So we have to remember that B and C are water soluble. Okay. They're asking which is a fat soluble. We know that B, this is also B source, B will not come. Okay. And K source, they are asking about which is fat soluble. So calciferol, that is vitamin D, carotene sources, A sources, and tocopherol, K sources. So B and C are not there in this option. Yes, so we will go for option number B, that is calciferol, carotene, and tocopherol. Okay. What is the other name of vitamin B2? Just now I asked you in the previous question. That is only the answer to this question. In the previous question itself, I asked you that what will be for, remember here, what will be for same. Very good. So it is here riboflavin is the other name of vitamin B2. Okay, vitamin B2, riboflavin is the other name. So thiamine, hemoglobin, riboflavin, dextrose. B is the correct answer. C, riboflavin, C is the correct answer. Name the vitamin not found in any animal food. Which vitamin is not found in any animal food? B12 we know is found. D we know is found. Vitamin K is also found. So vitamin C is found in citric fruits and vegetables like lemon, orange, amla, etc. Those which are citric. So it is not found in any animal food. So what is the correct answer here? Vitamin C. Vitamin C is found in citric fruits and vegetables. Okay. So it is not found in any animal food. The vitamin necessary for coagulation of blood is. For blood coagulation, which vitamin is required? Vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, or vitamin K, or vitamin E for blood clotting, for blood to clot. If there is correct vitamin K, then it will be helpful for the blood to clot. If it is not there, if somebody is vitamin K deficient, then blood clogging will be a problem. In case of diabetes, what happens is it takes quite a time for the wounds to heal. So that is also a problem. Okay. So C here is the correct answer. Which of the following is a good source of vitamin E? So for vitamin E, which is a good source? Is it meat? Is it ghee? Is it yellow part of the egg, which is the yolk? Or is it the fresh vegetables? Which one do you think is a good source of vitamin E? No. Guess another option. Guess another option. We also find vitamin E oil capsules or oil supplements. Mostly it comes in greenish color. Mostly it comes in greenish color. Any guesses? What will be our next guess? If not yellow part of. This is protein. This is, the egg is for protein. So it is your fresh vegetables. Okay. In the fresh vegetables, vitamin E is found in the fresh vegetables. Okay. Next question. The main use of salt in diet is to increase the taste. That's all. Too much salt, again taste will be lost. But no, that is not the answer. Increase the solubility of food particles in water. How will it increase the solubility of food particles in water? Okay, if you say add salt to the water, then the boiling impurity is added, boiling point will increase. So for boiling the pastas and noodles, it becomes better. It gives a better texture if salt is added first. Produce in small amounts of hydrochloric acid required for the digestion of the food. Okay. Ease the process of cooking. Definitely it is correct. Make the taste of the food better. That is also correct. But what is the main use of salt in the diet? Why it is added? The main use is that, any guesses? Too much salty food, too much spicy food will release too much of hydrochloric acid and will give too much of acidity. This is the hint. But a little bit, pinch, it is good. Yes, so with that hint, we can say that B is the correct answer. Which vitamin deficiency causes the disease pernicious anemia? Or simply you can say anemia is caused by the deficiency of which vitamin? Is it vitamin C or D? We know that at least this is not our answer. So we have to stick between vitamin B and B12, which is more specific here, which is being more specific. Anemia is caused because of, okay, iron deficiency also, yes, that is not in the option, but otherwise both, that is also there. Vitamin B12, yes, vitamin B12. B is the correct answer, vitamin B12. Nitrogenous food is it carbohydrates, is it lipids, is it proteins, or is it salts? Nitrogenous food is in which of these? At least it is not carbs and lipids. These basically are for fats. Carbs, you know, are for carbs. Salt is not there for any of this. So we are left with one option, and that is what? That is protein. Nitrogenous food is protein. I'll explain in short, say dal and pulses, no? Like this you will remember. Pulses, they have the leguminous roots. Legumes. These legumes will help them in the nitrogen fixation. Yes or no? And you get the protein from the pulses. You get the protein from the pulses, and the pulses have leguminous roots. The leguminous roots will help them with the nitrogen fixation. So like this, the entire cycle is complete. Next question. A vitamin requires cobalt for its activity. Which vitamin requires cobalt for its activity? The vitamin is cyanocobalamin. In the name itself, the answer is hidden. Cobalt for its activities. Cyanocobalamin. Yeah. So that one has in it. So D and A we will eliminate. Now out of these two, which one will we select? This one already has it. No. So that is why we are selecting B2 here. It will require for its activities. Next, which of the following gives energy to our body? Instant energy source. What is, if we are feeling tired, we can have instant what? Glucon D or any other brand like that. Nowadays, Hindustan Unilever is also making so many instant hydration solutions. So it is nothing but glucose ultimately. No, if nothing, then we can add little bit sugar and little bit salt and we can have it. It will feel better. So if it is glucose, then it is, yes, carbohydrate. Correct. So carbohydrate will give the instant energy to our body. Okay. Next question. The vitamin most readily destroyed by the heart. Which vitamin is most readily destroyed by heating it? If we heat it, then it is gone. You will see we are never heating this. Some recipes are there in which they are heating it, but again, in majority of the cases, in majority of the cuisines, we will drizzle it from top. We will not heat it. Same goes for honey also. Honey is not meant to be heated. You can drizzle it from top, but not meant to be heated. What is it? I'm sure you know the answers for this. You don't, even if you are, say, adding, I don't know if you have heard this or not. Forget about the proper citric things. Even if we are using tomato, we don't cook in iron vessels. We don't cook in iron vessels if we are adding tomato. Okay. Yes, ascorbic acid. That is vitamin C. The vitamin C is destroyed. Then there are many recipes which are using curd. But even curd also should not be heated otherwise. For marination, it is used sometime, okay, but it should not be heated and cooked like that otherwise, okay. So it is vitamin C which is destroyed readily. Protein, it will change the structure, but vitamin C, it is destroyed. The fiber diet includes, what is included in a fiber diet? Glycogen, cellulose, proteins, or fats. So the hint is plant fiber. It is not digested by the body. Nothing will be, it will not be able to digest, and it will be out of the body by the means of roughages. Correct. It is your cellulose. Cellulose will be out of the body by roughages. If it is not digested, why is it required? It is required sorry, for the smooth bowel movement. For the smooth bowel movement in the food pipe, the food will move smoothly because of this roughages. Okay. Next question. Rickets is the deficiency disease of vitamin D. It affects which part of the skin? We have seen this one will say it is scurvy. That is vitamin C. For rickets, it is vitamin D. And it affects especially children's. If you have seen little bit bending in the legs or in the limbs, basically, then it is because of the rickets. Yes, so the answer here is bone. The answer here is bone. Rickets is a deficiency disease of vitamin D. It affects the bone, especially in case of children. Okay, that is why in children you will see sunbath. So much sunbath is given to the children. The deposition of uric acid crystals at the joint is the cause of, quite painful, and with certain age also it shows up. Nowadays age is just a number. It again depends on the individual cases. So deposition of uric acid crystal at the joint is known as what? Osteosporosis will not have deposition. It will have, say, sporosis, means like small holes. Okay. Osteomalacia, this is also bone disease only. This is included. And rickets is vitamin D in children's. So vitamin D deficiency in children's. But can you tell about uric acid? Uric acid deposition, crystal deposition, this is known as arthritis. Arthritis is the correct answer. Okay. There are many oils in the market, painkillers, then many other things are there. But a solution actually for those who are suffering, it is very difficult to get. The limb bones of children becomes bent if there is a deficiency of vitamin. Just now we have discussed that the limb bones can bend. That is because of deficiency of vitamin D, right? And that is nothing but the disease is rickets. Beside carbohydrates, a major source of energy in our food is constituted by. So we have seen that carbs will give the 4 kilocalories. Yes. Which one will give the 9 kilocalories? Which is next? Which is the next major source of energy? Energy giving. Protein, okay, it will help with the muscles and all. Fats, what is that? Minerals, how much is not required, but in certain quantity it is required. Vitamins is also required. So based on the options also you can come down to A and B, and out of A and B, correct. Fat gives 9 kilocalories of energy per gram. Okay, so besides carbohydrates, the major source of energy is fats. The washing of peeled vegetable remove which vitamin? All vegetables should be first washed and then peeled. If it is peeled first and then washed, then we understand that the water soluble vitamins will be washed away if we are washing it after peeling. Yes or no? What are the water soluble vitamins? Vitamin B and vitamin C. Now look at the options and tell me. Water soluble will go. What will be the answer? Correct. So vitamin C will go away because it is water soluble. It will decrease. Vegetables are easily perishable because of their high content of. Vegetables become spoiled easily. They will become dull easily. Then they will become, say, you cannot eat them anymore if you store it for a very long time. So why do they perish? The hint is, if you want them to last for a long period of time, then we can make, say, pickles, or we can simply dry them and we can use them in the dry form. In cold regions, they are drying meat also. You can see the fishes are also dried. So what is it that is being removed so that the lifespan increases? What is being removed? Water is being removed. Yes. So vegetables are easily perishable because of their high contents of water. If you go for dehydration, then the vegetables can be dehydrated using machines also. For dry fruits and for some vegetables like dehydrated kiwi, why eat dehydrated kiwi if you have the fresh ones? If you don't have the fresh ones, then you can go for that. Which of the, for others also, for apples also, when I went to Jammu, I had seen that they're selling the dried apples. Which of the following, and that, what do you call it? Bogodi. It's like amla. It is another fruit that is also available in the dry form throughout the year. Which of the following elements is, how can I forget that name? Bade. Bade. In the dry form, it is available throughout the year. Which of the following elements is obtained from the sea algae? So what is obtained from the seafoods? I told you, no? Same is the answer. Argon, sulfur, vanadium or iodine? Tell me, I told you from what will come from the sea. If somebody is having seafood, then they will not find the difficulty with iodine deficiency because it has what? It has the iodine. Okay, D is the correct answer. Deficiency of vitamin B causes. Vitamin B deficiency. Scurvy is by vitamin C. Dermatitis, the name itself indicates derma, that is, it is related to the skin. Beriberi, BB number 1, BB. So you can remember it is by which one? And then psychoderma, so that is also some derma is there. So berry, it is your vitamin B. So causes by correct, berry. The vitamin that helps to prevent infections in the human body is, which vitamin will help prevent infection in the human body? So much so, every morning in a warm glass of water, squeeze of lemon, half a lemon and little bit of honey, not the sugar one, the real one, honey. Okay, so what is that? That is nothing but vitamin C. Vitamin C will help prevent infection. When we have this cold, no, at that time doctors will give us the vitamin C supplements to be taken. The metal which constituent of vitamin B12 is. So the name itself says Cobalamin. So what is it? Is it iron, magnesium, zinc or cobalt? Correct. It is cobalt. The vitamin that is most readily manufactured in our bodies is, which is most readily manufactured? Very easy. Just with the arms, sit in the sunlight. Even if there is a deficiency, at a very fast rate, very quickly, it will increase also. Which one? Vitamin A, B, C or D? This vitamin D. Yes. The deficiency of vitamin B6 in men causes what? If there is deficiency of vitamin B6 in men, it will cause us which of this disease? So B, rickets is D, scurvy is C, beriberi is also B, anemia is also B. But which one? This is B6 anemia. Okay. B6, that is your with respect to anemia. The vitamin that helps in blood clotting, we have already seen, it is vitamin K. This is sometimes the different years it is repeated. So the element which is most abundant in the human body is, various times we have seen which element is most abundant in the human body out of this. Is it carbon? Is it oxygen? Is it iron or is it nitrogen? What is most abundant in human body? We are made of carbon, oxygen and hydrogen, right? In different, of course, compositions. So it is your oxygen. And let us continue with this question. Let us keep it till this question. Which of the following is the most important for the growth of children up to the age of 14? If it will not be there, it can lead to the kwashiorkor disease. Okay, kwashiorkor, marasmus, all this disease can happen. For children, it is very important. Yes, that is protein, because it is the initial growth years. So growth is important in the initial stage. So most important is your protein. Protein is required. Okay. So today's class, I am going to keep it here. If you want me to to make the video on specific topics like this, like today we have done nutrition, right? If you want me to do that, then next Tuesday's biology class, which will be at 1 p.m. For that, you can mention the name of the topic in the comment box, okay? And I will pick it up from there. And based on that topic, we will do the questions next Tuesday. All right. We will meet tomorrow for the live session at 1 p.m. for the chemistry class. Okay. All right, everyone. Take care. Stay blessed. Thank you for joining me live in this session. Bye-bye.